The Benidorm Enthusiast here, and welcome to Benidorm in December. It is an absolutely gorgeous day today, but what happens in Benidorm in December and what is the weather expected to be like for the month ahead? I'll be talking you through those topics on today's video. We'll be looking at special events going on, all the Christmas highlights and the all-important weather forecast for the month ahead. Have you already got a December holiday booked? Or maybe you're thinking about a cheeky last-minute break but don't know if it's worth coming? Then this video is for you. So the start of December is one of the quietest points of the year, as I spoke about more on a recent video. However, even at the quietest times in Benidorm, there is still plenty going on, and that is certainly the case in December, even before we get to the time when the Christmas crowds start to arrive around the 20th of December. So just before we take a look at the weather forecast for the month ahead, let's have a look at what you can do in Benidorm in December. Christmas started early in Benidorm this year with the big lights switch on and the inauguration of the Christmas Plaza and the Christmas Square happening on the Saturday just gone. So all the Christmas activities are now in full swing. The centre for the Christmas celebrations here in Benidorm is the Town Hall Square. Proper name Plaza Reyes de España, which transforms into the Christmas Plaza at this time of year. And there's a real buzz around that area, late afternoons into the night. This is where you'll find the ice skating rink, kids' rides and games, food and drink stalls, one of Benidorm's fabulous nativity scenes, and of course the big Christmas tree. Nativity scenes are extremely important in the Spanish Christmas, as important if not more than the Christmas tree in fact, and visiting the nativity scenes is something that all the family looked forward to doing together. There's also a stage in the middle of the Christmas Plaza where themed kids shows are performed with music and dancing for all to enjoy. The Christmas Square is open every day from now until after the Three Kings celebrations on the 5th and the 6th of January. And I'll add a link where you can get more information on the specific dates and times of the shows in the video description below. You absolutely must visit the Christmas house as well while you're in Benidorm in December. This is where Santa stays when he comes to Benidorm, and it really is a magical place. It's located on the Thomas Ortuño Street in the Old Town, and I'll post a link with the location and the dates and times that you can visit Santa at the Christmas house below. We've also got what's called the Christmas Porat, which is like a Christmas market here in Benidorm, and this is located at Parque Elche, also known as Dove Park, which is where the Old Town meets the Poniente side of Benidorm. I have to say I was really disappointed by this market last year. It was terrible, if I'm honest. Just stalls of tack and no real festive cheer about it. Not much festive food or seating to enjoy the little festive food that there was. So I'm really hoping that they've improved on that this year. We will likely take another look on a video coming soon. So those things there you can enjoy throughout the whole month of December. And we will be covering them on our socials for you to have a closer look at, but there are also some more date-specific special events going on this month too, which I'll go through in just a moment. The festive season is upon us, and everybody travelling deserves to do it in style. Feast your eyes on Level 8 luggage, a fantastic treat to yourself or to that special someone to give them the best possible start to their next travel adventure. Level 8 luggage is modern, stylish and really functional, and you can get a 10% discount on some new luggage today thanks to Level 8 sponsoring this video. There's loads of choice on the website, from single cases to sets, plus loads of options for colours and sizes too, and the ordering process is really simple. The suitcases are lightweight and flexible yet durable, with 360-degree spinner wheels that are both stable and super smooth. It really is a pleasure to travel with. You can fit loads in and still keep things organised thanks to the different compartments. Not forgetting there's a TSA approved lock on top to keep everything safe. So grab yourself some new luggage today by following the link below in our video description and use code BENIDORM10 to get your 10% off. So I mentioned earlier that the start of December is a really quiet time in Benidorm, but we do have what's called the December Puente coming up this weekend. This is a long weekend with 2 public holidays in Spain. Saturday the 6th is Dia de la Constitución, which is a national holiday which commemorates when the Spanish people voted in favour of the Spanish Constitution. And Monday the 8th is the day of the Immaculate Conception. So this weekend we will see a rise in the number of tourists in Benidorm. Not so much on the international front, but there will be thousands and thousands of Spanish tourists that will make the most of their extra day off work by coming to Benidorm from areas like Madrid and from the north of Spain to enjoy our milder climate and some of the festivities. I expect that the old town will be very, very busy. There'll be lots of families around, and this is usually the weekend where I personally start getting in the festive spirit. On the Sunday this weekend, there's a special event at Benidorm Palace which may well help you get in the festive spirit if you're not quite feeling it yet. The Rat Pack Swinging Christmas Show, direct from London's West End, is coming to Benidorm for one night only. Tickets are €35 and you can get them via the link posted in the video description below. On to the next weekend, and there's a couple of fantastic fundraisers that will definitely interest you if you're here that weekend. On Friday the 12th, there's a charity event at the Plaza bar in Rincon de Loix, raising money for ARC Animal and Rescue Care. That starts at 2:30 p.m. Tickets are €3 if pre-bought from the bar or €5 on the door on the day. It would be a day filled with entertainment from some of Benidorm's finest acts, plus raffles, games and all sorts of fun like that to raise money for the animals. On Sunday the 14th, there's a Christmas fancy dress silent disco walk down the Levante beach with DJ Sean Lester. Dance and sing along to disco classics whilst raising money for a great cause. This is €10 to take part, and all the profits raised go to City Streets Community Project to help the homeless. Places are limited for this, so do get in touch with them beforehand to reserve your place. And again, I'll add a link in the video description below where you can get in touch and get more info on that. The following weekend is when we will start to see the British and Irish tourists that are coming to Benidorm for Christmas start to arrive, usually around the 20th to the 22nd. So the new town area should start to get a little busier, and most bars that closed for a short break after the fiestas will reopen around then. Benidorm Palace has another special event going on that weekend. An interesting one, this one, not your typical Christmas show at all. It is a K-pop musical brought to you by the K-pop Warriors on the 21st of December. I am going to be going to this one. I'm not into K-pop, but I do have a friend that is literally obsessed with it, so we're going to go along and see what that's all about. Again, follow the link in the video description if you fancy a bit of K-pop at the Palace. The local football club CF Benidorm have got 3 games scheduled for December before the winter break. Only one of those games is at home. That's this Saturday the 6th at 4 p.m. Following 2 weekends are away games. CF Benidorm play in a regional league at the moment though, so away games are never too far away. If you want tickets or more information about the football, drop me an email at thebenidormenthusiast@gmail.com. Then we're into Christmas week. God, it's flying by already. Christmas Eve is called Noche Buena, and it's a big celebration for the Spanish Christmas. Christmas Eve is the night when families have their main Christmas family meal. During the afternoon though, it is party time, and there's a massive street party in the Old Town. You can start at the Christmas Plaza, that's the town hall square I spoke about earlier, around 2 p.m, then make your way round to Tapas Alley and the Plaza de la Constitución outside Oliver's Bar. It'll really get going there around 4 p.m. Street DJs, snow cannons, lots of food and drink, and loads of Christmas outfits. So get your Christmas jumpers and your Santa hats on and get down to the Old Town to soak up the festive atmosphere in the afternoon on Christmas Eve. As it gets later into the night, this party will die down as the Spanish families head home to enjoy their family night. But the British bars will continue to party into the early hours, both Old and New Town, on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day here in Spain is not celebrated in the same way as we celebrate in the UK. The main day when kids get their presents in Spain isn't Christmas Day, it is the 6th of January, after the 3 kings have passed through all the towns and cities of Spain on the King's Parades on the night of January 5th. So Christmas Day here is spent with the family, and modern Spanish families actually now do give some presents on Christmas Day as well, now that the presence of Papa Noel has been integrated into the Spanish Christmas. But it's certainly not as big as our Christmas Day as far as presents are concerned. So some of the independently run family businesses may be closed on Christmas Day to allow for this family time, but in general, most bars and restaurants are open. If you're looking for a British style Christmas dinner, well, most places actually get booked up months in advance here in Benidorm, but there are a few options for walk-ins like the Yorkshire Pride at the Plaza and the Beer Garden over in the New Town. Boxing Day isn't a thing here. It's not a public holiday in this part of Spain, so everything will be open as usual. This year it falls on a Friday, so you can spend Boxing Day with me at Funky Flamingo, where I'll be hosting the Christmas karaoke party from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Christmas jumpers and all festive things are welcomed, and let's see how many Christmas songs that we can sing together. Then we get to that weird bit in between Christmas and New Year where nobody knows what day it is, what to do with themselves. I certainly get like that every year. Are any of you guys the same? It's a very confusing time of the year. And then, of course, we're on to New Year, and what a fantastic celebration it is in Benidorm. Getting bigger and bigger every year this. Levante Beachfront hosts a massive street party with stages, DJs and big screens all along the promenade at the Old Town end. Most of the bars are free entry down there, no tickets required, and that's because there's just so many people in and out enjoying the atmosphere on the street in between hopping from bar to bar. It is the place to be to celebrate the new year if you're in Benidorm, with the countdown not just for the Spanish New Year but for the British one as well, which I think is a really nice touch. That's an hour later, of course, due to the time difference, but they stream the New Year, both New Year countdowns across the big screens down on the front. And as with almost all Spanish celebrations, there will be lots and lots of fireworks. The bars down there will be giving out the lucky grapes, which you eat during the chimes of the bells on the Spanish New Year. This can get very messy. As you try and gobble down one grape for each chime, by the time it gets to the midnight bell, you've got a gob full of half-chewed grapes, and then suddenly everyone wants to give you a kiss. But you have to do it, as it will bring you good luck for the new year ahead. And that's not it for the Spanish Christmas festivities either here. Here in Spain, a huge part of Christmas is the Three Kings celebration in January. On the night of the 5th, it's the King's Parade, and on the 6th, it's the Day of the Kings. I'll tell you more about that on next month's video. So finally, let's have a look at how the weather is expected to be for December in Benidorm. It's looking good, you know. At the moment, the temps are peaking in the high teens, but the nights are cold, down to single figures. This weekend, however, it's going to warm up a little bit, breaking through the 20-degree mark most days and staying in double figures overnight. Then it looks like we might have a colder spell coming in the middle of the month, where the temperatures will drop again down to the mid-teens, and with a few nippy nights on the way, and then up again around the 20-degree mark for Christmas week. There's not a day's rain forecast on the website I usually go by for the long-term forecast this December. Though, as I always say, the weather for more than a few days in front can be very difficult to predict with any certainty due to Benidorm's microclimate. So these forecasts can change quickly. Also remember that those peak temperatures are only felt for a few hours during the day in winter. Usually it's around midday to 4 p.m. and before and after those peak temperature hours it can feel very cold. Even when you're out of the sun during these peak hours, as I am now, it can still feel pretty cold. So bring lots of layers to wrap up and strip down as the temperatures go up and down. Let us know in the comments if you're here this month, guys. I'd love to see you all at Funky Flamingo. Come say hi, sing me a song Friday afternoons and Monday nights. I hope to see you there. But if I don't, have yourselves a fantastic Christmas and New Year. We've got some great videos coming up this month, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss them. Also, make sure you check us out on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Thanks for watching, stay positive and stay safe.